and the Los Angeles Rams.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. To throw on second down, Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
Chuba Hubbard.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Paid for this.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
And they'll begin by running the option.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
The Rams had 5 and 11 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. Back to throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
First down, Carolina.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people shied away from taking a runner early. If there's that special win there, I say they go get him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down. Stopped at the Panthers' 27. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Tyquan Thornton
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Patterson. Up and good.
Tied at 7. So we're even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this home. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Daniels escaping the pressure right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the ride, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's the option.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on third down, Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This is brought in at the 21. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Moore, the man in motion. On 3rd down, Daniels. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4. Here's the Panthers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn. And it's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Rams 10.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. On the move past the 40. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Ready.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Touchdown!
Tyquan Thornton
with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Rams have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. The second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Back out there to send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw. Daniels. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Right back to Hubbard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down and win.
1st down, Carolina.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Touchdown, Panthers. Paris Campbell, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Panthers 21, Rams 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent, and that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Brad, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he's got some space here. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 4. Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern. And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Short of the goal line. A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll run again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line.
They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Winslow. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll start with the option. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing low league baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So he'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
To throw on second down, Daniels. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle. Hubbard. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time on the clock.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down to move it closer. Back to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Moore, the man in motion. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2. And puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Panthers 28, Rams 24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made on the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Panthers,
they earn one final victory and finish the regular season at 13-4.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Rams,
this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign.
And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.